I feel inspired to say a couple of words. Like I ought to put this out there and drop this message because I'm a very introspective person, or I see myself as someone who is very introspective, and yeah, so I ought to say this. I ought to put this out there. I didn't create this channel to just work out. I didn't start this platform as something to just show my body or show off that I can do 50 reps of push-ups or 60 reps of push-ups and I can. Nah, I'm not doing this to be proud. That's not the reason why I'm putting myself out there. um I feel a connection to towards people out there, that there are people that I need to speak to, and there are people that need to listen to me. There are words that need to be said. Um, there are a lot of people that feel this way. There are a lot of people that are this way, that ought to, that have a message to speak, and they have words to give. Um, Whenever there is a speaker, there will be a listener. There will always be a listener for every speaker. So, me taking these words and putting them out there is necessary. It's necessary. And I see myself I see myself as a wise person. I know that I'm a wise person. But the problem with all wise people is that they know that they are wise. Like in Socrates said the that he knows that he knows nothing. I think I'm butchering that quote somewhat. But the idea is the only person that knows is someone that knows that he knows nothing. Like the Oracle of Delphi told Socrates that Socrates is the wisest person here, and when they were challenging him, and like the ability of someone to know is that, or the criteria that determines whether someone knows or not is that they do not know. They know that they don't know everything. So that's important. So when a wise man or someone that has accumulated knowledge from other sources starts to see himself as I'm a good person, I know this, I know that, and that's when delusion starts to set in. That's when he stops to know. But how do we admit to ourselves that we don't actually know anything when at the back of our mind we know that we've accumulated a bunch of knowledge? So it's a paradox. Really, it is a paradox that we can accept to ourselves that we don't know. We can tell ourselves consciously that okay, I admit that I don't know everything, but deep down there are still some truths that we hold dear to ourselves, that we are convicted about, that okay, I know this thing, I know this. So that's the problem with wisdom, is that you have to admit it, and at the same time you cannot admit it. I mean, in the words of Lao Tzu, yeah, those who speak do not know, and those who know do not speak. Those words have been ringing in my mind for a very long time. They've been ringing in my heart for a very long time. That one of the ways I interpreted it is that if you talk too much, you're someone that talks too much, then you actually don't have an idea of what you're talking about. That is the people that are quiet enough to listen inwardly, that have an idea of okay, the actual essence of the truth. But still, the fact that somebody does not talk at all does not mean that the person knows, has some knowledge inside his head. If he opens his mouth, it might still come out and be spewing nonsense. See, that's another quirky little paradox. Yeah. So the problem of wiseness, of wisdom, the problem of being wise is that you are you are blessed and you are cursed at the same time to notice everything. You just see. You see things that you see signals that other people will emit that they themselves don't notice. You see things that are there, things that are not there, and it's difficult sometimes. It's difficult, and it can make you arrogant too. That's the difficult part. It can make you arrogant. It can make you start to see yourself as above other people who aren't seeing their own flaws. You see somebody behaving. What kind of example do I give now? As a wise person, this is how you identify and you know yourself as a wise person. You are A lot of introverts are like this, which I would call myself one. You notice patterns that other people just emit. You notice behaviors, subtle non-verbal signals, verbal and non-verbal signals that people emit. You notice those and you pick up on them and you are able to interpret them. Yeah. It's how you know. Then you now go and start learning about it again. Then you go and study. Maybe you go study psychology or you go study philosophy. Then you get deeper into the people that have thought about it, like great thinkers of the past. Get great thinkers of the past. Then you study deeper into into their thoughts. Then you now start being like, oh, you feel good about yourself. That I understand something that because right now I'm focused on philosophy, psychology. Oh, I'm noticing patterns that Freud noticed. Wow, and I'm so smart. Start seeing yourself as smart. Whew. It's a trap. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. I just felt like I ought to put this out there. This ought to be out there because I have messages to give, and those messages are more important than my workout videos, than my body, than my fitness. Yeah, yeah. I hope you get the gist though.